Okay. Peace and love, soul group. Peace and love. This is a spontaneous live stream. I felt led to go live and touch on a current situation that's going on right now in the United States. I wasn't going to go live today. I've been staying in my secret space as much as possible because a lot of this has been going on in the non-physical realms. And even last week, I did a special live stream with Brother Bubba, who sensed something in the air, his senses. You know, this is how connected we are. And a lot of you know exactly what's going on, and some of you are straddling the fence. This is my perspective. You guys know how I am. I don't say like this is the truth or this is the only way or this is what I'm feeling right now. And this is what I've been preparing for in this physical realm. As you guys know, on my journey, I have started over. I mean, nothing. I mean, rock bottom, nothing. Not even a place to lay my head. 6 times. Didn't lose everything this year. I could count this year as 7, but we didn't lose our home. You know, but financially this year, you know, I've lost everything. Accounts hacked, money siphoned out, you know, no money, you name it. So the reason why I want to touch on this, I've been knowing about this weaponized weather control for a long time, going all the way back to the droughts in California. I didn't really speak on it too much because I got tired of fighting with YouTube about what I can put up here and what I can talk about. But today I felt led to do this because, as you ladies and gentlemen know, I feel energy. And I feel right now the hurt and the pain of the emotional bodies that are in Texas right now. Some of you on I'm conscious now, what you guys don't live in the United States. So you might have heard that there was a big, what they call hurricane that came through the United States. And as we speak right now, it's wreaking havoc on a lot of physical and mental things in the States. And I am taking on right now a lot of the emotional turmoil that is happening in Texas. I can feel it. I can feel people crying out from their emotional body. And for those of you who have never lost, I mean, literally lost everything physical, it could be very, very traumatic, even to the point of driving people with what I call a push the reset button. It's just too much when you're grounded, which most of us are, whether we want to believe it or not. When you're grounded in 3 density, when your life, the life that we've been talking about for a year right now, is grounded in physical things, which we call 3D or the matrix. When you lose everything in the matrix and you're grounded in stuff, this is where you can find yourself at any moment in the matrix now, because we've been talking about this, the kebab there, this is like their last stand. You know, and this system must and will, it's gonna collapse, it's gonna fall. That's the only way that we can take back Mother Earth, our planet. We got to get rid of this corrupt financial system. You've been hearing me talk about that, right? So of course they're gonna take their shit back. This is their last stand to push that wave of fear, you see? And I'm not being insensitive. I know from experience how these souls feel in Texas right now, having nothing. The only thing is, only one of the times that I started over was from a near-death experience when I had the auto accident in 2009. And I don't even really talk about this a lot, but I had to learn how to walk. I had some spine damage. I was life flown to a hospital. I don't know if I talked about this before, but I lost everything again. Woke up in the hospital with my grandmother looking at me and didn't even know how I got there. So I know from experience how it feels to lose everything. And I'm just asking you, ladies and gentlemen, in our soul group, to just send some love to the state of Texas. Just send some love, send some reassuring to the lives, to the souls, that all they have is all that they will ever need is their lives. You see, all that they have right now, they're right where they need to be right now in these times. And I know this sounds insensitive, but just hear me out. All they have right now is all that they will ever need, and they have the life. And what's happening right while I'm doing this live stream, people are coming together because all they have is the life. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what sex you are. It don't matter if you, it doesn't matter. It's about the life right now. Unfortunately, it had to come to this. You know, I stand by that law, the law of cause and effect. And, you know, I just happen to be in the United States. I could have been born anywhere on this planet, but I was born here in the United States. And you all know, whether you want to admit it or not, whether you agree or not, our military, our governments, we have wreaked havoc on worlds or countries. We live by the sword, is what I'm saying. We are a military strong country, and we've been in war after war after war after war. And for every cause, there's an effect, and for every effect, there's a cause. We're just reaping what we've sowed. I keep it real. And now this stench that some of us smelled a week ago, it's here. It's here. It's on the horizon. And the reason why I wanted to talk about weaponized weather, and I got a little video for you guys that backs up kind of what I'm saying. I don't agree with everything this brother is saying, but he is, you know, he knows what's going on as far as this weather, because never before has a hurricane, you know, come up on land like that strategically and then backed up off of the land. Just, it was like somebody was steering it, like it was like it's a big storm, right? It's a hurricane, right? But it just seems like it's being guided with some kind of intelligence beyond our scope of reasoning. Yeah, it's easy to say Mother Nature is destroying the United States for the sins of the United States. It's easy to say that. And if that's, you know, I can see that. It doesn't matter what you call it. But this is being done purposely. They talked about it a couple years ago, and then it kind of died down. People were talking about HARP. They were testing HARP years ago, you know, just testing it. It's when you've seen the droughts, you've seen some hurricanes and tsunamis coming in. It's just HARP, ladies and gentlemen, at its finest. So what I want to do right now, I want to just play a video to educate those who don't know what this weaponized, this geo-engineered superstorm that they're calling HARVEY. And it's just beginning. And I'm not playing this to push fear, because we know who we are. We know that we're energy. I'm playing this video to educate the soul group, to let you know what's on the horizon, and just reassuring those who are still trying to find that secret space within the life. Is the only place that you can go in these times, is turn within and find that non-physical frequency, that non-physical goal that you have, that non-physical wealth that's inside of you. So it won't matter if you lose everything. We'll just come together as a soul group, following, right, our intuition, following our higher selves, and we'll meet up and group up, and we will survive, because we never die. Fear's on the horizon, but you don't have to grab hold of it. Those of you who know who you are, Yeah, they want fear to spread. Yeah, this is strategically being done to induce fear. I'm doing this live stream to expose what's going on and to reassure those of you who are losing everything that it's going to be okay. Let them have their physical things. Let them wipe out everything. Keep the life. You are the life. All that matters is the life. And what's happening is people are getting more sensitive and being redirected to, I lost everything, but I'm still alive. And that's so important. The life, the life, the love for the life. And it's, unfortunate it has to come to this to bring souls back together, these catastrophes. I don't promote them. I don't agree with them, but I understand what's going on. It's a very emotional time. We've been warned about this. So I'm going to share my screen and play this video. And then we're going to, I'll link back up with those. If anyone wants to call in and add to this frequency of love, we're sending love today to the state of Texas in the United States. They need all the love and healing energy that you can give today. After this live stream, I'm gonna go back to my secret space and just send all of the love from my heart chakra to that area, because there are souls there that are adjusting to having nothing physical but everything non-physical, the life. And they have each other. And so we send this love energy that will connect these souls and bring these souls together in Texas. I'm going to play this video that's going to go into a little more in detail about this geo-engineered superstorm. Okay, let me share my screen and I'll get back with you guys. Should see the matrix for a minute.
To Planet X News, this is Scott from the Nibiru channel, August 29th, 2017, 7:55 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, if any of you watched my live stream early yesterday morning, I was going over the path of this hurricane. And before it made the weather news around the world, talking about how Hurricane Harvey was going to move back out into the Gulf of Mexico, pick up steam, and then move directly towards the Louisiana coastline. And then I mentioned, and I showed you very clearly, how this weather system was going to be moving up through the state of Louisiana, Arkansas, the corner of Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, and then soon directly into my neck of the woods in southwestern Pennsylvania. But ladies and gentlemen, I clearly showed all of you before it came out on CNN Weather, the Weather Channel, AccuWeather, any meteorologist that reported on the new current path of this storm. I beat them to it because I was watching everything that was going on with Hurricane Harvey. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my personal opinion that Hurricane Harvey is a weather weapon. Weaponized weather. Folks, I've been watching weather for more than 25 years. I mentioned before, I lived in South Florida. I lived in Miami for 22 years. I watched hurricanes every single season. I was actually fascinated by weather, and I paid very, very close attention, and I did my own research. Never before in my life have I ever seen a hurricane make landfall and then back up into its source, its generator, which at this time would be the Gulf of Mexico. So just as I showed you yesterday this storm system backed up, went back out into the Gulf of Mexico, where it can pick up more water and then make its way directly to Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know about HARP. We don't really know what exactly they can do with these mechanisms. The fact of the matter is, folks, this storm system was steered directly into the state of Texas for a reason. Well, let's think about this, folks. Texans are tough people. There are more guns in Texas than any state in this country. What a better and faster way to immobilize millions of people, millions of gun owners, millions of people that would stand up and take the fight.
Now, see, this is, ladies and gentlemen, in our soul group, this is this young man's perspective. I don't see it that way. But the way I see it in Texas, okay, we all know some of the former presidents of the United States that are in these 13 families, directly connected to these 13 families that are at war for power, that's pushing this new world order. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about the guns in Texas, but I can see how he could see that. It's just based on the level of your consciousness. You got bloodlines that are rooted and grounded in Texas. Okay, it's not Washington, D.C. That's the front. You know, Washington, D.C. is the District of Columbia, but you got one of the 13 families, that Bush line. Okay, they're grounded in Texas. Texas is like a very, very powerful state, like this soul just said, but it's deeper than guns, my friend. It's deeper than blood. It's the bloodshed. It's the blood that has been shed. And it's directed in Texas because Texas is got bloodlines of this wickedry that's been going on in the United States. So I'll keep it going. I don't agree with everything this guy's saying, but he has some great perspectives, some great points on as far as the HARP and the way that this storm has been, you know, it's like it's been steered. Something is controlling it. Let's continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just not moving into massive conspiracy theories. FEMA is now on the ground down there in Texas. They are supposed to be the guardian angel, the saving angel for all of these people. But what they're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is they are going to move all of these people directly into FEMA camps because they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to live. Their cities, their homes, their towns, and there is no end in sight. So what a better way to immediately displace millions of people, take their guns away from them, move them directly into FEMA camps where now these people are going to depend on the government. They are going to depend on them for food, water, shelter, and medical attention. And ladies and gentlemen, anybody entering into these FEMA camps, they are going to be told that they need a vaccination. That vaccination would be something that I would definitely not allow in my veins. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see the path of this weather, it is going to flood all of these states. Mark my words, as I told you yesterday, and once again, I will tell you again. This is going to cause catastrophic destruction, massive amounts of flooding, and the massive amount of displacement from people, from their homes, their jobs. and their protection. Everything east of the Mississippi. What a better way to immobilize tens of millions of people. Folks, it's time to wake up, take the blinders off, and realize that we are all truly in a fight for our lives. Whether you live anywhere in the path of this weaponized weather system they now call Hurricane Harvey, or whether you live on the west coast of the United States, you live in the central, or you live in another country. The fact of the matter is, they do not want an uprising of people. They truly know what is happening in our solar system. Once again, early this morning, I have come upon some information clearly showing the deception by the boys in blue. Later on this morning, I'm going to divulge all of that information and I'm going to show it to you. It's all.
Okay, I'm gonna stop him there because he went into a whole nother agenda that I really don't care too much about, you know what I mean? But I wanted to really address this weaponry, this technology that you guys been hearing me talk about for a long time. The technology that they have is just it's mind-blowing. And because we've been in the dark for so long, all of this is just, it's just one after the other after the other. And, we've been taught to say Mother Nature. It's easier to say Mother Nature or God is wreaking, his hate or what destruction on the United States. And I don't disagree with that, because some of these beings where this technology comes from would be considered gods from the amount of technology and power that they have. Okay, we're playing with poverty technology. The internet that we're on right now, ladies and gentlemen, is like, oh man, it's like, it doesn't even, if we have it, they don't need it. The internet that we're on right now is probably a couple 100 years old, ladies and gentlemen. The super internet is going to roll in. So I'm just saying, love the life, because there will be a time in the illusion of time on this planet that all you will have, but it's all you need, is the life. Because as long as you have the life and we can get enough of our soul group together to reverse some of this technology, and we're coming together. But what we're up against, it's a spiritual battle. It's not a physical. We're not going to win a physical battle is what I'm trying to say without pushing fear. We're not going to win a physical battle. They got all the technology, but what we're going to win at, okay? Because we know who we are, right? We know who we are. We know what we are. What we came here to do, and that's to spread this love vibration, this vibration of love, and I put my solar energy on it. This love will cast out all fear. Am I scared? Absolutely not. I'm not scared. My emotional body is a little bit out of whack because of all the emotional energy that I'm feeling right now, and what some would call destruction or catastrophe. Or you guys know how it goes when these things happen, and it's unfortunate it had to come to this now, and it is what it is. I love all of you guys. I send love right now. right on over to Texas. And I just ask that those of you who are watching this live stream live, please share from your heart space some love energy to these souls that are right in the eye of this weapon, this weaponized heart, this technology that's wreaking havoc on their physical belongings. I'm gonna open the phone lines open right now. If you want to add to this, if you want to talk about this, what's going on in the United States. Yeah, I mean, you can't trust the news. 734-230-2744. We're sending love to Texas right now and any other state in the United States or anywhere in the world that this technology is being used. I'm just asking that those of you who know how to get in your heart space, who know how to get into that non-physical state to reverse some of these things that these families and these entities are thrusting our way. Please, I ask you to come together as one and help us fight this non-physical, this spiritual warfare that we're in this illusion of time. We already know how the story is going to end, but in this present moment, we need love. We need love. We need love more than we need tangible physical things. We need love right now. The love that casts away all fear. To hold these souls together and to let these souls know that they are loved.
Call from
Josiah.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Hey, Joe, you got the platform, my friend. Peace and love to you.
Peace and love, Derek Dunlap. Yeah, about the weather. How do you know about, like, where you get your information from about the weather being man-made?
Now, I'm not saying that the weather is man-made. I'm saying that they have technology. It's in the bottom of the ocean floors. Technology beyond our scope of reasoning. And what they're doing is they're manipulating the water and creating these man-made storms. You know, it's not a fake storm. It's a storm, but it's being controlled and guided and steered. And they've been playing with this for over 100 years with this technology, with the droughts and the tsunamis coming. And this has been going on for a long time. But I knew when what they call the eclipse of the United States eclipse a couple of weeks ago, I knew when that happened. I could just sense it and I can feel it, that the following that were going to be these, I just call them man-made catastrophes. And I get my information from the non-physical realms, from my higher self. And there's a lot of people that could tap into this information. It's all energy. I get dreams. I get visuals, you know, and I just found the closest video that I could find to what.
How long do you stay in the non-physical?
And the closest video that I could find that would actually line up to what I was feeling was the video that I just played. Yeah. So let's just send love, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just send love. We're not going to be shaken up by the prank callers right now, the insensitive people that are just, you know, it is what it is. This is a very, very special time in the illusion of time. This is that big shift that a lot of us has been waiting for, because in order to get peace, as you guys will hear me saying, a lot of people are on this same frequency. The powers that once reigned on this planet, they have to be dethroned. And that's what's happening. It's a spiritual warfare, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared to forsake all that you have physical in order to retain that life, that inner peace, that peace that just defies all understanding. Those of you who have that inner peace, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know you would not trade that inner peace for anything in this world. That's all we have is that inner peace, that space that we can go through, our connection that a lot of people don't understand. It's the connection. Either you're connected or you're not. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, yes, I won't be on here that long today. I just wanted to go live for those souls that are in Texas, that are holding that love vibration, that are coming together. Those souls that are all over the world. Because this is not just happening in the United States. This is going on all over the world. But it hit home. It hit close to home. I'm in the United States. And we need love here. So I just asked that you find that space in your heart where your love, the love that casts out all fear, where you're holding that love. Because that's what we need. We need that vibration of love, and it's time to keep souls charged, to help balance out that fear. That's what we need. That's what we need. Peace and love, soul group. Peace and love.